One day,
Excuse me, miss.
Yes, sir, may I help you?
Exactly, I don't know what happened to my feet, but it's kinda painful and uncomfortable for me in the past few days.
Can you tell me in details about what you're facing?
Actually, it started during my rugby tournament last week. I felt a slight pain under my feet, in between my toes specifically, and the pain get worse little by little.
Must be at 6 foot then. A fungal skin infection. Don't worry about it, sir. It's definitely curable. I'll refer you to our doctor and you'll be calling shortly. You may wait, sir.
Thanks, miss.
Hello, I'm your doctor today. Just call me Dr. Baby, okay? Okay, right? I heard that your feet have a fungal skin infection for 9 weeks.
I think so. My feet is swollen and feel throbbing.
Can I check your feet? I see. Your feet actually have fungal skin infection, and I think it is because you are intended for unclothed or maybe other things. Alright, this infection are often spread through clear contact. You must be careful, okay?
Okay, doctor. Thank you. Hi, can I get my medicine? This is my phone number from the doctor.
Sure, sir. Can you please wait for a moment?
Alright.
Alright, sir. This is your medicine. So for the first one, I give you antibiotics. You must make sure to finish all of them. So the next one is cream. For the cream, you must put it 2 times a day on the fungal infection. So the last one is the medicine contain copper sulphate. This copper sulphate is very effective on a fungal infection. So if you have anything to ask, feel free to use this number to call it.
Thank you, doctor. I will finish this medicine in the allotted time.
it's time to start. Introducing my team.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Muhammad Irfan Haris bin Azmi, and today I will explain to all of you about the properties of copper sulphate. The copper sulphate is inorganic compounds with the chemical formula is CuSO4. These compounds compose 3 elements which are copper, sulfur and oxygen. This compound IUPAC ID is copper 2 sulphate. The older name of this compound is blue vitriol, bluestone and also vitriol of copper. Next, the state of this compound in room temperature is solid. The molecular weight of copper sulphate is 159.91 gram per mole. Then, the melting point is 110 degrees Celsius.
So there are several ways in which copper sulphate can be used in medicine and is beneficial to public health. So the first one is as the microbial and molasticide in countries with tropical climates. It is used as baits for snails and slugs that damage plants. It is essential for securing the citizens' food sources. Next one, copper sulphate destroys algae and bacteria in public pool. It ensures the cleanliness of the pool water. Another one is copper sulphate was once used to prevent malaria by extinguishing the mosquito larvae, as it is used in preparing clarispin, a type of insecticide. Although the toxicity of paraffin has put the use of it to a stop, it is still viewed as one of the ways to use copper sulphate in medicine.
Firstly, it is used as a fungicide, algicide, root killer and herbicide. Copper sulphate is not only for human but give the effects to plant and animal. In plant, copper sulphate can be used to treat mildew. Mildew is a type of fungus can cause leaf spots and plant spoilage. For example, in our slide right now, how copper sulphate can prevent the mildew is copper sulphate bind to proteins in fungus and it can damage the fungus cell and make it die. Next, copper sulphate solution are used extensively in food bath for cattle or other farm animals. This is used because it is able to prevent fungal growth and also destroy pre-existing fungus on the hoovers of cattle. Then, copper sulphate can prevent fungal infection on athlete foot. It is usually grow between toes because after we doing some exercise, the sweat will between our fingers. Copper sulphate act as fungicide, germicide and antiseptic. A fungal infection then grows in warm climates by incorporating the materials into mixture of other compounds.
Next, for the subtopic 3, how does copper sulphate work? And for the subtopic 4, how might be we exposed to copper sulphate? And for the subtopic 5, what are the signs and symptoms from a brief exposure to copper sulphate? For the subtopic 6, what happens to copper sulphate when it enters the body? For the last subtopic, can copper sulphate harm plants? Before that, how do you think copper sulphate works? Copper and copper sulphate binds to protein in fungi and algae. This damage the cell, causing them to leak and die. This means copper disrupts the normal function of the skin cells and enzymes. You can be exposed to copper sulphate if you are applying copper sulphate and you get it into your skin, breathing it, or accidentally eat or drink a product. This can also happen if you get some on your hands and eat food without washing your hands. Copper sulphate can cause severe eye irritation. It will make you feel itchy, watery, swollen, and red eyes. Witnessing exposures, shots and deaths can occur. Copper sulphate affect animals with a similar way. Signs of poisoning in animals include lack of appetite, vomiting, dehydration, shock, and death. What happens to copper sulphate when it enters the body? Copper sulphate is absorbed into the body and eaten or inhaled. It then rapidly enters the bloodstream. Once inside, copper moves throughout the body, then binds to proteins and enters different again. Copper sulphate can disrupt the process of photosynthesis. Other than that, it can weaken the aquatic food chain by killing off weaker fish who need the nutrients to survive. Next, it creates over-oxygenated water which can also cause plants to die. Lastly, animals that drink from this water may be at increased risk of injury or death.
Well, we've reached the end of the video.
In conclusion, copper sulphate is very related to us in real life, especially in medicine.
Without the research and development, we cannot achieve the benefits.
We have also to bear in mind that copper sulphate also give us the side effect that may cause any complications.
That's all for us. We hope you enjoyed this video and get something from it.